What is going on, guys? My name is Tubby, and welcome to WWE 2K15 on Next Gen PS4. Make sure to pound the like button if you guys want to see more of these videos. As always, I'm going to be live streaming on launch night for 2K15. The link is in the description, twitch.tv/TubbyMoo. If you're a fan of these videos, we're going to be streaming the game live, 11 p.m. Eastern, Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/TubbyMoo. You're going to get a chance to play with me on PS4, hang out, have a good time. The link's in the description. Here we go. So we're updating the Dean Ambrose. You can see the options. You're like, Tubby, why are you putting the Luke Harper shirt on? Well, guess what? I'm not. We're going to change this up. One of the biggest things I had when my first impression of showing up to the 2K studios, I'm going to be honest with you, I was pretty bummed that the attires were not updated. I was like, really? But then once you can go into Superstar Studio and you can see, you can make a pretty close Dean Ambrose. So my anger and outrage has kind of gone away a bit here. And I'll be honest with you, he looks like a very, very good Dean Ambrose, especially now that we're throwing on the Luke Harper pants. We got to keep the towel out the back end, but I think we're going to change that up. One of the cool things, and I've yet to get the chance to do it because the game is not launched and we're still waiting for the day one, is I cannot wait to use the logo importer. This is one of the things. I try to use a black shirt. I know somebody's going to say in the comments, Tubby, where's the black shirt? I could put the black shirt on, but I need to import Dean Ambrose's Unstoppable logo in first. And once I import that logo in, we're going to have a pretty damn close Dean Ambrose. So you can check out the jeans. And I think the belt was one of the issues that I did have because Dean does wear a variety of pants. He's wore some lighter pants. He's wore some darker pants. So you can see the options that we're going to update here. I think we try to darken him up quite a bit to make him a little bit more authentic. In the Hell in a Cell video, if you guys saw that first match, which is over 70,000 views now, as of right this minute, people seem to really like that attire, and that attire came from here where we went ahead and updated them. I will say, one of my first impressions, sometimes is selecting, waiting for stuff to come up here. It takes a little bit to load, but I really did try to figure out which pants would be the closest, and I said, you know what, let's go the lighter pants, and then we're going to change up the color, because there is quite a bit of flexibility. These pants ended up being the ones I'm going to use, and they come very close to Dean Ambrose. I mean, this is what Dean Ambrose is wearing. So if you're a little outraged right now about the attires, why couldn't they do this? Well, guess what? They made it so you can, which I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish they would have just done it themselves. But the fact that I can update it, and especially now if Dean does change it up and he starts wearing tights or anything, I can now put tights on him and I don't have to worry about pants, the shirt. So the Superstar Studio definitely has allowed some flexibility from what I've got to play around with. And you're going to see some options here when I go in. And you'll notice that I can put on all the abilities. Now, when I'm creating the alternative attire, I wouldn't necessarily recommend throwing all that stuff on there. I haven't really needed to. I just throw it as the alternate attire. You guys can see the black shirt here that we're putting on. I was going to put the Unstoppable logo on, and I was like, oh, let's see if Dean Ambrose's Unstoppable logo is. You can see all the logos. I've already showed off all the options in another video. So if you're looking to find those, you can find them on another video. But you can see there wasn't a logo. Once the logo importer is in there, I'm definitely going to throw in that Unstoppable logo. And you can see we're going to have a black Ambrose, and we can make him a lot more realistic. Because I really didn't have it, I went ahead, added in a belt, and just made him look like Dean. And then we threw back on the white shirt. Now, as far as all the options, there's probably going to be another video showing you everything that a superstar can do. I know I did it for the Divas. I decided just to put on the white shirt. And because he did wrestle in a white shirt, he has wrestled in a white shirt. Obviously, we got to show Dean Ambrose's gun so he can do the crazy off the ropes move and still look good. So easy to update Dean Ambrose. Pretty easy in this year's game. A lot more flexibility from what I've gotten the chance to play around with in Superstar Heads. You do have to put in a little bit more work. It seems like they kind of put the ball in your court to decide on things. So that's what we ended up doing. And I didn't even need to use a clothing template. That's a very close Dean Ambrose. I think he looks good. And then we're going to go into the personal options. And like I said, if you're trying to put it on an alternative attire, you're going to go on, and the alternative attire slot is right there. You throw that on there, and then at the menu select screen, when you're playing, you just switch alternative attire, and it'll show as just Dean Ambrose. As far as if it takes a cost slot up, I'm not 100% sure on that right now because I do know you only get 25 cost slots. We throw on the abilities. And I don't know what his abilities were. I think it is kind of a downfall that you have to re-put in the abilities. I think that it should have ported over. That was one of my first impressions that we had was it was a little disappointing because I don't know which one he has. So you'll have to write it down. You can see all the skill settings we threw on there. I just went ahead and threw them all on there. So when you first pick up the game, if you're wondering, why can't I do this? This is the option here, and just kind of playing around with it and figuring it out. Some things he's not going to be able to do. And I wasn't too worried about any of this stuff. I was more worried about the attire. So I think the attire updated looks pretty good. I want to know your thoughts as we go through the menu poses for Dean Ambrose. What do you guys think of the attire? And question for you guys. Who's the first superstar you're going to update? Who do you want to change around? Let me know. Superstar, studio, you guys can take a look. We got a pretty close Dean Ambrose. I'm fine with it. I had to do the work, but hey, what in life isn't fun if you don't put in the work to accomplish it? So there it is, Dean Ambrose, 2K15. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, and make sure to pound that like button. More 2K15 videos coming soon. Until next time, guys, make sure to subscribe, and peace out.